Lisa, I can't hear you.
Yes.
I can't hear either.
There we go. Is
Well,
that better?
Stop not listening.
We muted ourselves.
But we didn't do it. I set it to automatically mute everybody on entry.
It muted us, and then we've been talking this whole time about Oreos and candy and
Yeah. What are those called?
Slims, Thins,
Thins.
Reese's
They're
Peanut
very
Butter
good.
Cup Thins.
Okay. So we want, I'm gonna have to, because I don't think this is big enough. Yeah, no, we're gonna go over to over there. So we should have you should have your 4 sandwiches
Everybody should have 4 sandwiches,
and we're gonna mark them.
and we're gonna mark them with the,
Here we go. What you're gonna do is, I wonder if I have a,
how come you're not using the big 12er? You don't have a 12-incher?
no, I don't want a 12-incher.
I used the 10.
The 10-inch square? Or not square, corner,
Whatever.
star?
Okay, so we are gonna mark an 8-inch square. That's upside down. We are gonna mark an 8-inch square. Like a so.
Why does it keep going black half of the screen? You weird thing. Okay, better.
What's wrong?
The top half of the little thing keeps going black.
That's weird. Okay. So we're gonna go like it is. And like it is.
Did you just use the edge of your square as your other side? Oh, you have an 8.5.
That's 8.5. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so I have to. And then they want a 9-inch, which I'm not gonna be able to get. So you're not gonna do what I do because my pieces were cut too small. So that's my 8-inch, but what she wants you to do is do a 9-inch square and an 8-inch square. So if you do the 9-inch square, you would be half an inch past this. Like so. Half an inch past that. Like so. If you did like me and you cut your piece too small, it doesn't matter because you're gonna cut this down anyway. So pretend like I have an 8-inch and a 9-inch. There you go. An 8-inch and a 9-inch, which that looks a little. So that's an 8-inch, but that ain't no 9-inch.
Well, not my,
To here.
the
Oh,
line,
okay,
the
to
line.
here, to here. Okay.
I based it outside.
Yeah. Then you're gonna take your crosshair square.
I can't ever remember. See, it's doing it right now. See it? Did you see that?
I did see that.
Okay.
Okay, then you're gonna take your crosshair square. You're gonna line it up on that 8-inch business. What have I done? I know what I did. That's too far down. That's what I did. There. So I do have big enough to get the 8 and the 9. Anyway, then you're gonna take your crosshair square and you're gonna line it up. And if you notice, if you have the small crosshair square, which most of you do, it's 8 inches right there. You can just barely see the little 8 right there. So that'll line it up on your 8-inch square, and then you're gonna mark all 8 sides. And I am using my Soline water erasable styla pen, which I have decided I do like quite a bit. Okay, so you're gonna have that. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. You can do that to all 4 of your blocks. And then we're gonna go through our basics again, just to make sure everybody remembers. So for everybody except 880 owners, feed dogs down. Don't forget to put your feed dogs down. Make sure you have your flat surface on, your glider installed, your single hole needle plate, your 72 foot or your ruler foot, whichever it is, and you're gonna have it set to where you don't see a bunch of daylight underneath it because you'll skip stitches if you do. I have a quilting needle in. Basics. But I'm gonna say that at the beginning of every one of these we do. Okay. So we did figure 1, that's this. Now we're gonna do figure 2. So in figure 2, I'm going to use my Spinifex or spinning wheel number 36. Spinning wheel number 36. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that right in the middle. And I'm gonna bring my thread up. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna hold on and thread up, foot up. And there's my thread. Foot down. And needle down. Okay. So I have my needle set right at the center. What? Okay, I got my needle set right at the center. And if you will look, we're just gonna go straight to the center, rotate straight to the center, rotate straight to the center, and rotate. All right? Easy peasy.
Mhm.
Where's my foot pedal? There it is. Sorry. Okay, make sure you stop at the center. And get all your threads back out of there. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna rotate this over. I'm gonna line it up again. My tension looks off.
That can't be so.
Well, it could be so if I've got something wrong in my threading.
Oh.
And it looks like I do. Okay, then we're gonna rotate again. Line everything up. So this line at the top of the ruler, you're gonna have lined up. I'm gonna have to unthread my machine and rethread it. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then coming around, lining everything up again. And back down to the center. All right, now I will bring my bobbin thread back up. So I just pulled my top thread in a loop out. I put my needle back down, needle up, foot up, and now I'm going to pull, and there it is. There's my bobbin thread. And I think that is my issue. My bobbin is coming way too easily.
You got a wonky bobbin.
Yeah. Okay. So I got my center part in. I take my side threading needle
Mhm.
and maybe thread it there.
Nope.
Nope. Seriously?
Mhm.
Listen here, you little booger. There. And I'm going to go right under there and pull through.
You would mess.
And I'm going to cut that.
You would
Okay.
mess.
And now before we go to the next step, I'm going to pull my bobbin and re-put my bobbin in because my bobbin doesn't feel right.
I hate when my bobbin doesn't feel
I-
right. It's awkward.
My bobbin is very sad. He just doesn't feel good. Oh, yeah.
Was your bobbin in backwards?
No,
You can't do that, can you?
I don't know. I don't think I had the tension in proper. Let's try it now, see if that works a little better.
Would you like a test strip? Well, now that I said it out loud.
Yeah.
There isn't one.
There is flex. That's all right. We'll know. Okay, so that was step 2. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I did not do these markings, but we're gonna do these markings on here next. So where's my little ruler?
Which one?
My little one that I always keep right here.
Mm,
My little short.
like your 6-inch or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Ma'am,
Oh, I hate when people touch me stuff.
is it hiding over here?
No. This one is. This one will have to do.
It'll do. What in the world?
I hate when people touch my stuff. I'm touching my stuff.
Stop touching my stuff.
What did I do with my? Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. Okay. So up in here, it tells you that you're gonna mark and it shows you which letters you're marking. So
So it says mark A.
1.5. Go right there. All right there. So do all 4 of those. Like so. Okay, so boop, 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 that's those. Okay, and then we're gonna do B, C, D, and E. So B is gonna be 1, 2, 3.5. C is gonna be 3. D is gonna be 2. And E is gonna be 1.5. So you'll do that on each of the,
Diagonals.
yeah. So 1, oop. 1, 2, 3.5. 3. 2. And 1.5. 3.5. 3, 2, 1.5. 1.5. 3, 2, 1.5. Okay. So we got that done. Now, if you look right here on figure 3, we're going to start, and you watch where the arrows go. See the arrows pointing this way? You're going to start at this corner. So we'll bring our, you don't really have to bring your thread up. You can just sew in from the outside if you want to. But we're going to go here, and then we're going to come to A, then to B, then 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 to A.
A, B, A, B,
A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B.
Okay.
A, B, A, B, A, B, A. And we can use our seam gauge for that.
You want this over there? Just
Okay.
as reference?
Um,
No. There you go.
okay. Okay, we can use our seam gauge for this because we want to stitch right at that corner. And we want to end up right on this dot. So I'm just going to stitch into the corner. And then I'm on it. Okay. I'm going to come here. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch. So you should have one little stub that says 1/4 inch. I'm gonna put my straight edge against the foot, and then I'm gonna go like this.
Okay.
Are you, okay, I'm gonna go like this. So that one edge is on this, and then the inside edge is on my marked line, okay? So I know I'm gonna end up on my marked line. Okay, stop with my needle down right there. Ooh, look at the difference in my tension. Yeah, my bobbin was threaded wrong. Okay. And now I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm gonna take this like that. Okay. Take that. I should not be rotating this. I should be showing you how to go around. So let's not, I'm gonna stop rotating.
Mm-hmm. And if they wanted to like keep track of which dot is which, they could have written the letter next to it.
Yeah, you coulda.
It is just whatever side I'm on. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna rotate that because that is so close. There. Right.
Are you left-handed?
No. Okay, we should end up right back where we started here. Okay, so
Mhm.
now we have, let's see if I turn it so it looks like the picture. So now we have this. Okay? We're gonna go ahead and pull the thread up. And bury it. Ooh, there we go.
Oh, that was much.
Much more
Harder.
difficult to pull up than before, yes. Yeah, my bobbin wasn't seated in the tensioner.
You had a loose bobbin.
It escaped. Okay, what am I stuck there? Get my burying needle going. And bury.
Get out.
And trim. Okay, so that is that picture. All right, now that picture is different from this picture. So in this picture, we're going from A, which is on the straight lines, to C, which is this second one on the diagonal lines. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up here. Okay. So now I'm going to stay in that same line, that A line, only this time I'm going up. So I'm going to make this weird little secondary thing going on here.
And again, you're using your spacing gauge.
I'm using my spacing gauge. So now I'm going to come, I'm on the other side of it now. So I'm going to, oops, and I just moved it.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm going to come back and I'm going back to A.
oh, I see.
And this time I'm going to come to C.
Is it a hexie within a hexie?
It's a
Something.
something. Yeah. And I'm gonna go to A again. And then I'm gonna go to C. And then I'm gonna go to A again. And then I'm gonna go to C. And then I'm gonna go back to A. On it? Yeah. And I end up back where I started. So now I've got kind of a thing on top of a thing. It's very thingy.
The thingy thing.
Okay. Now I'm gonna stay here. And this time I'm gonna go out to D. Back to A, to D, to A, to D, to A, to D, to A.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
So this time I gotta go way up here.
Oh, so you're doing them in order anyways, so
Yeah,
it doesn't, you didn't necessarily have to.
not really. And we're going back to A. And out to D. And I'll just twist it so you can see. And back to A. And out to D. And back to A.
Now it's a square around it. Ish.
Ish. Okay, and then we're gonna come right straight back to where we were. We're back in A. Okay, so now we've got a thing and a thing and a thing. That's a technical term, back off. So now we have to go all the way out to E. So we're doing the same thing, going out to E. All right? Okay. Now, on this next one, thank you. It wants me to start here and go down. And, you know, I could theoretically do that, but I can't follow because I've got that one in there already. So I'm gonna bury. Go. Okay,
Get all your 18 threads
4. I got 4.
and put them in there.
And voila. Okay, now if I start out here, I won't have to bury that one. Because I could just go from here to 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 here and bury there. Or I can come down and start here and go here, 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 and out. Either way, I'm going to have to bury something.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter, one or the other.
Sorry for the sniffling.
Are you snuffleupagus?
I'm trying to not do it often.
You are a snuffleupagus?
Yeah. And unfortunately, I cannot blow my nose with one hand.
Really?
Not unless you want it on you. And I know you don't.
Really? But
Yeah.
thanks for offering.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna come out. So, whoops, that's the 1/8 inch. We don't want that one. So I'm gonna mark out so that I end up out in the corner. I'm stitching right to the corner. And then I'm gonna come back to A again. A is getting a lot of love.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be a noticeable point
Yeah.
in that design.
Let's see, this is the correct one, right? Yes, this one.
I think I just heard Sally make an X. Are you okay, Sally? Uh-huh.
Is that what she did?
Did she go backwards from A?
Backwards?
You're going, no, she's going clockwise.
And I just cut my thread there because I went out into the border.
No, yeah, her end is meeting the initial stitch.
Yeah. And I bury this. Okay. Et voila. Like a so.
It looks fantastic.
Okay, then we have to do the other part.
Oh, boy.
Yes, oh boy,
Oh, boy. Oh, the outside.
because it's going to look like that. So we have that part done.
Yep. Now you have to do the sun rays.
We got to do other parts. Yes. Many other parts. Okay, so we're up to figure 7 that we've got done. What'd she say?
Do you
Give us a second.
can they
A second?
to catch up?
Okay, 1001. Okay, you're done.
Wait, you know what? She can hold it and I can blow my nose.
I get 3 points.
Do your 3 points. Do your 3 points. Get caught up. Ask
Oh.
people if they want to unmute and ask a question.
If you have a question, feel free to unmute and ask said question or questions. This you're very hot to stand next to.
It's hot.
Do you want me to turn on that fan?
Hey, Lisa.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
Okay, just so nobody else questions it, but I noticed this when I was doing a practice sample. The picture of this block is not identical to how this finishes out. Because if you look at the picture, the actual picture of the block, and you look at the 4, how do I explain this? See how it looks like 4 diamonds around the perimeter of that inner flower? Long, skinny diamonds with a line going
Oh,
through.
yeah.
Ours does not
Oh,
look like that.
Sure doesn't.
So
Oh, right
her
there.
dimensions, I tried to figure it out, thinking, well, maybe she meant 2.5 instead of 3.5 or something. I mean, it turns out cute, but I thought if somebody else looks at that, they're going to think, well, why doesn't my block look like that?
Oh,
It's like that very first line that we stitched should have been inverted and gone in the direction towards the center. But I don't know how to figure that out. I tried.
We're missing a line. So she's got 6 going in and we only have 5. So if you look here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Going around. But if you count here, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, then that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Anyway, I just thought if somebody else noticed that,
yeah.
I mean, our block still looks cute.
Well, I suppose if we want it to look like the picture, we can do that. So here's what you would do to, where's my ruler again? Here's what you would do to make it look like the picture. You're going to come and mark a 1/2 inch. In on your diagonals. So instead of,
Oh,
Sorry.
God, sorry.
instead of 3.5, 3, 2, 1.5, you're going to be 4, 3.5, 3, 2, 1.5.
Oh, I see.
So you would come in and mark that. Did I get them all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So where's my, here it is. So I would go back to, I'll pick an A, doesn't matter. So I'm bringing my thread up. Okay, so then you're gonna go the opposite. So everything else was faced that way. This one's gonna face in.
Mm-hmm.
So you would go. And then back out. Oop, that moved.
Well, good luck to me and Sue doing this without you and using the video.
My picture just shows the 5 that the 5 are in the book match the 5 that you just stitched.
Okay, so that would be the newer version of the book without the spiral bound.
No, mine's spiral bound.
Yours is spiral bound. I don't know. I don't know. But I did it. So there you go.
Oh, I see. The picture on the top of page 21 in the spiral
Yes.
does not match the diagram on on page 20.
Or page 21. Yeah, because it's missing this one.
Huh.
Mhm. Not anymore.
So whatever. That's how you add that last one in if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I
In
did.
in the non-bound, it doesn't show that step either.
Does it show it in the picture?
No. Oh. Yes. It shows it in the picture.
So they made a boo-boo.
Yep.
Stuff happens.
Yep.
Stuff happens. It's a lot of work to write something like this. So stuff happens.
Sally, are you going off the reservation and making your own design?
I like it uneven.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay. There, now
So
it matches the picture. Are you happy?
So Lisa, did you do that a 1/2 inch?
Yes. 1/2 inch in on the diagonal lines. 1/2
Okay.
inch towards the center on the diagonals.
Okay,
It
thank you.
doesn't quite look exactly like hers did, but
Hers is more
yeah.
skinny with a straight line in the middle. So like this line would have been straight.
This line shows
Yeah.
straight. So yeah, it's going to be off a little bit, but whatever. That's
Still
close
looks good.
enough. Okay. Okay. Now are we caught up?
Yep, thank you.
Yes, all good? Okay. So now you're gonna take your curved side of your 12-inch arca, curved side of this, and center it over the 2.5-inch part, which is mine's not marked.
Hmm.
Uncool.
Well, there's 3 lines on the top. It looks like it's on the top.
Yeah.
Middle. Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mine's not marked.
Is it in?
So how are we gonna do that if they're not marked? Is anybody's, these have inch markings on them?
Hey, Lisa,
Yeah.
mine does not, but what I did when I did the practice block is I looked at the picture in the book, and basically what I did is the top 2 lines on that ruler, in between the second and the third line on the curve, right in the middle of that is where I centered it. Right in the middle. I figured, okay, that's 2.5. That's what I did, and it came out okay.
Okay, but
I
that's
didn't
not
know
two and
how
a
else
half.
to do it.
Yeah, that's not 2.5.
No, I just used the markings and considered 1 line, 2 line, and a half line.
Okay, so here's what we are going to do to make it
Oh,
come out correctly.
because it says 2.5 guidelines.
Yeah,
So 2 and then half of a line. Oh, that
no,
makes,
that's not what that means. So,
oh, that's how I read it.
well, that's not what that means. Okay, so here's what we're going to do because that is not going to work. But if you do this, okay, so if you take this ruler and you line it up right on the top of those petals, see the petals? You line it up right like that, then you will notice that your point A comes out pretty much to where no, it doesn't. 1, 2, yeah, it does. Okay, so it comes out pretty much to where she shows it. If you bring this in and just set that on top of those petals with your center line lined up right there. So we're gonna do that. And you're going to start on the left-hand side. Why is she doing that? That's already stitched. We're not stitching that over again. She's confusing me.
You got to make your arc, right?
Yeah, she's confusing me. Okay. So we're going to drop down here. And I'm actually going to manually drop because I can't. Okay, there we go. You want it right on the line so that you bring your thread up right on your stitch line for that
The diagonal.
angled, yeah. Okay. All right, and then we're going to make sure that we're lined up so that this is straight because we want this to end up at the right place on the other side.
So you're the third line in from the left, right?
I am, yes,
2, 3.
which is not quite where she is. She's 1, 2, 3. She's
Like
a little bit past that, but whatever. Because I'm still going to end up the third line to the left on this side. So it will come out right the way I'm doing it. So, okay. So she's got you coming in. What is she doing?
Huh? Let it go this way and then that way? Oh, that's the second line, isn't it?
Oh, I know what she did.
Yeah.
Never mind. No, that's not the second line. I know what she did. What a dorky thing to do. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Follow this. This should work out for you. You're gonna come over to this. Stop on this other diagonal line. Then you're gonna travel along that diagonal line until I can get the top of my ruler. Can you see this at all? The top of my ruler on the stitch line.
Mhm.
So there's my stitch line. I've moved up and I'm making sure that my straight line is straight.
Mhm.
Okay. And then what is all this? Oh, that's just extra thread. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to come back. Oops, I overshot it. Darn it. There. Okay, and I stop with my needle down. Get that out of the way. Okay, then she's got you stitching all the way down to point A along this line. You see the black? So you're traveling, that's what that means. You're traveling all the way back down to A, which is right here. And if you don't want to travel, you can do this and just use your straight edge. Okay, so now we have 2 lines up here. Are those straight? Yes, they are. We got 2 lines up there, and I'm back at the center. So that is that and that. This right here and this right here. Okay, now we're going to make these little sun ray looking things. So we are right in the center here, and if you check out her um, arrows, so we're starting here, you're going to go up, then we're going to travel back across our first curved line, and then come down, then travel straight up, travel over, come back down, and go back up. And then you're going to end here, bury threads. Then you're going to go to the top. You will start on the outside so you don't have to bury threads. Come in, travel over on the second line, up, travel over, down, travel over, up, travel over, and down, and you'll end here and bury threads. So you're going to know where to do that by marking 1-inch marks from your center line. So your center line is the one that we're on right now, A. You're going to take your ruler and you'll mark 1-inch lines, like so.
I think you need to.
I marked it in the wrong place. I'm an idiot. 1-inch lines on the outside edge, not where I marked it. Like that. So on your, let me see if I can get rid of that. It's water erasable.
You're not supposed to lick your fabric.
I'm licking my fabric. I make the mark go away. There. Go away. There. Okay, so here. So here's your center, and your center line doesn't come out. So let me just mark that all the way out so that you know where it goes. There. So your center line here, you're gonna 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Okay? And on this one, you know what? I'll do it facing me. That way you can see it. If I turn this upside down. Okay. So I'm gonna seam gauge this like that. And I'm only gonna come to this line. Okay, I stop needle down in that line. Then I'm gonna come over here and I have to seam gauge that. And that. So I'm going to travel back till I hit this, and I'm gonna go back down to A. Okay, and then I'm gonna come up here.
Quarter inch on the 1 inch mark.
Say that again?
Are you doing a 1/4 inch on the 1 inch mark, not on the inner one?
Correct. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, and then I have to engage that. So I'm traveling till I hit the ruler. Okay, and then I'm going back. Okay, and I gotta, can you see that?
I think you need one in the middle, no?
Oh yeah, I need one in the middle. Oh, I missed one altogether. Dork. Well, that's okay.
Redo, do over?
Nah. It's the same thing. I just
Yeah,
ended in the middle instead of on the outside. Okay. And I'm gonna have to bury this because we're gonna start on the outside and do the same thing, make the sunburst thingies on the outside.
oh,
But we don't want to cross over our two lines.
yeah.
So I have to bury threads here.
Threadberry and pool.
Okay. Holy cannoli. She confused me. She confused me with the measurements. And then I got to bury over here. Now on the outside, I don't have to bury my beginning thread because I'm going to start on the outside edge. So it doesn't matter. There.
Looks cute.
Okay, so now we got to make our sunbursty things out here. So this is, am I still going to do it upside down? Yes, I am. I'm still going to do it upside down so that you can see it. So that means we're going to start over here. Okay. There it is. Okay. So I have to line up my ruler like so. So I'm going to start from here. Okay, so I'm on my mark. Now I have to seam gauge to the line I've already stitched down here. Can you see that at all?
Hold on, let me be this side.
See how I've got the seam gauge down here on this other line I've already stitched? And that's to make sure that it looks like this line that I'm going to stitch lines up with that one.
Your threads.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go on to that second line and stop. And now I have to travel like I did before. Okay, then come out. Oh, I didn't get the angle just right. Oh, well. Then I can travel. It doesn't matter what I'm doing over here because I'm in the outside edge. And I want to be lined up on the center line. I'm going to come back down. Okay, right on that. Then I'm going to come over here. Seam gauge. Seam gauge. And you want it to be at the same angle or it won't look right. Okay, so I'm traveling. And then out. And then travel over. And it doesn't matter if I'm traveling over outside of the line. Let's see here. Can't see my mark. See, engage to there and then come back down to that center line. And I do have to bury my thread here. Because we're ending up in the sandwich.
You're all in the sandwich.
I am in the sandwich. Okay.
How's it going, Sally?
Fine, I didn't hang.
Yeah, it's an odd angle. Okay. So when I've got this trimmed down to the size it's going to be, that's what that looks like out there.
Mhm,
You won't see that part.
mhm.
Okay, let's do that again.
Let's do it 3 more times.
Yes, let's. And then let's do it 3 more times after that because we
Oh.
have to make 4 blocks.
Oh, no, more than 3 more times after that.
Many times. Okay, so we're going to take this again and we're going to line this up right on those petals with the center line lined up. Where's that thread from?
Hmm. You have an errant bobbin thread?
Okay, and I'm going to drop my needle manually just to make sure I'm coming to the right place. Okay. Make sure I'm lined up.
Quarter inch on the right or the left of the inch mark?
Both. Wait, say again? 1/4 inch.
Don't we use our little?
Oh, it doesn't matter, just so long as you're coming off of one of them. Okay, so we're gonna come over. All right, we're gonna travel.
Sounds like it's going well.
Make sure everything's lined up.
Lining up your ruler on your stitch line.
Yep. Come back. And then we're gonna, where's my seam gauge? There it is. Come back down.
Down to 8.
Yep. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna bury this so this doesn't get in the way because that's kind of in my way.
Oh, that's, I'm eliminating that.
What is she doing?
She doesn't,
Like that, but
you don't
Okay.
like the outside rays? She doesn't like the above rays.
go the inside.
They kind of look like wagon spokes.
A little bit.
Okay, and I'll mark my 1 inch and 1 inch. and 1 inch and 1 inch. Okay,
Sorry.
and now we're gonna come to there. And then I have to seam gauge. And seam gauge. So I'm going to travel. Go back to the center. This time I'm gonna do the center one first, because duh. Now I gotta travel. Okay. Back to the center. And then out to here. And I have to bring my thread up and bury it. That's the part that I hate the most about this, is all of this bringing thread up and burying it. Okay.
Does anybody have any questions?
They're probably all thoroughly confused now because nobody has the markings on their rulers.
They're napping.
They're napping.
They're like, I'll come back to this later.
I wonder if they used to put,
Oh,
yeah,
on the arc?
yeah. I don't remember mine. Well, I do actually kind of remember. But I don't remember if it was on this one or not.
See, and I read that direction differently.
Okay. Okay. Now we got to do the outside. And on the outside, you can start in the outside edge without worrying about
Oh, mhm.
burying. You just got to make sure, in order to get that angle right, you got to make sure that you seam gauge to the line you've already stitched. That looks better. Okay. So now I've got to come to this one. And back out. Oh, I didn't get that one right again. Jeez.
You got a curvy line.
Yeah.
It's all right. You can't see it from I-80 on a galloping horse.
No, you can't.
Nobody knows it's there. But
Okay, seam gauge. Seam gauge. Travel. Back out. And travel in La La Land, because it doesn't matter. You're not gonna see it. And then back in. And
Very
very red.
And I'll just apologize that I'm not getting closer to what Lisa's doing. I cannot with the Zoom. It's different than the Facebook Live where I can zoom in.
Yeah, Zoom won't let you zoom.
Yeah, I can't.
Why
on
will
Zoom.
Zoom not let you zoom?
That doesn't make sense, Lisa. Can you please ask them that question?
I'm gonna call Zoom and say, listen here, Zoom. Why can't we Zoom?
Why can't we Zoom on Zoom? I'm gonna let you bury those for a second.
Yep.
I'm just gonna walk over and get my beverage and have it close by me. Possibly ask you to twist the top off when you have a free hand.
Okay.
Then I'll just leave it off. Thank you. Got it.
Okay. So that's our second one. And once everything is trimmed down, that's what it'll look like.
It's like the top of a stained glass window.
Yeah, kind of. All right. Here we go again. Lining up on top of the petals. Coming over here. Okay.
I could get closer to Lisa, but she would not appreciate it because my hand would be literally in her face. And she wouldn't be able to see what she's doing. At this point, I've already almost hit her in the head about 4 times with the phone. So
Okay. And here we go again. Over to the side. Travel up. Same line on. Go back. Come down this seam till you get back to A. She went a little overboard on this one. Bury those threads, get them out of the way.
that is a lot of thread to bury.
It is a lot of thread to bury on this one, yes.
Sheesh.
And I'm lazy when I do these. I make it to where I've run one off of the other one.
Mm.
So you don't have to. Okay, make my marks.
Your 1-inch marks.
Yep. Okay. Get my seam gauge and off to the races we go. Mark. And mark.
Travel across.
Why does that not feel like it's? In the center. Back out. Travel out. Back to the center. Ooh. Off a little bit on that one. And bring the thread up.
I mean, I don't hear any swearing. Now, to be fair, I can't hear the people that are on Zoom who are muted who could be swearing within the muteness.
They're all swearing. Okay. Now we go out to the outside edge. Again. And I'm in. Oops, one more stitch. There.
Traveling across the top one.
Back out. Travel to the center.
The most specific part, exacting part is landing on that line.
Yep. And travel over and back in. And bury the thread one more time.
Again.
Okay. I'm gonna come up with my own design for this where you don't have to bury any thread. Just go from one to the other.
Just zigzag it.
Zigzag.
Just zigzag it.
Okay.
My current quilt, I was like, ooh, I want to make a design in every single square, all 56 of them.
No.
I didn't. I did meandering wastes of zigzag all over the place.
There you go.
I didn't have time for it, but this is really pretty. It's going to turn out great.
All right. I got one more to do. Getting there.
Here, hold that.
Hold this.
Yeah, let me blow my nose
Oh, okay.
and turn on the fan. Can I turn on the fan? Are you going to be cold?
Oh, no. Cold? What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sweating, so sometimes people.
Yeah, it's a little warm back here.
That was a funny joke. Somebody made. It looked like it was plugged in.
Oh, there's no plug on that wall.
What was going to be quick is now not. I thought it was plugged in.
Oh my gosh, look at the tension on the middle of this when I have my bobbin in wrong. That's terrible. Ugh.
I see what you.
What are you doing?
I go over here. I don't want it to blow like in the microphone of what we're doing. So she's letting everybody catch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Judy's gonna get it.
Judy don't want it. Why don't you use one of these?
Okay, Anna is currently touring the classroom with the fan.
Give it to me. Oh, would have been mad if I'd have broke my nails. Can you feel it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Here I come.
She's back from her world tour.
Sorry.
All right, let's do this last one. Mm-hmm. I've lost my ruler.
Again? Which
Oh,
one?
it's right there. Jeez
Oh,
Louise.
it was hiding.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I'm lining up on the petals, straight line on that center line. Coming out here. And I'm dropping my needle manually to make sure that I get right in that line. Okay. Who is texting me? Okay. Up. And where's my foot pedal? Here we go. Stitch over. Travel up. Recenter on my stitch line. Come back. Travel down to the center. Pull this thread back out. There. And then I'm going to bury this thread so it's not in the way. Yeah, truly not a fan of as many times as you need to bury thread on this thing.
No, I'm not counting, but it's a lot.
Yeah. Not a fan. All right. Make my marks.
Your own inch mark.
My uno incho marcos. Uno inch, uno inch. Uno inch, uno inch. Engage. Travel over. Back in. Out. Engage. Back in. And back out, and yet again, bury my stinking thread. I may have to write to the editor on this one.
Dear Abby,
You know how many times we had to bury thread for these 4 blocks? Because holy cow.
please send thread funds. How you doing, Sally?
I'm doing just peachy.
He's making noises over there.
I've heard some very deep sighs
Yeah,
and some grunts.
there's noises going on. All right. Let's see here.
I think it's just because she misses me.
Let's engage. We come out from out here. To that line. Engage. Engage. Out. Out.
Potency.
Back to center.
I just want to speak. Skipping it.
Okay, we're traveling. And out. Engage. Engage. Traveling over. And back in. And one last time.
Let me guess.
Buried thread.
Bury your threads, would you? My goodness.
That's a lot of stitching for this one little block. Just saying.
Whose idea was this?
Whose idea was this? It was
Mm-hmm.
Angie's. It was Angie's idea.
Angie. Dear Angie.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yes. Just take one.
Huh?
Is there anybody out there?
Yeah, when you're done.
All right. Okay, when you get this baby done, like so, you're going to, where's the, there. You're going to cut it to 8.5 by 8.5. So when it says plus your chosen sashing width, we're going to do 1-inch sashing, which is going to be 1/4 inch.
Mm.
The way it works. So you're going to trim this to 8.5 by 8.5. So let's go do that. So I show you what it looks like. Because our sashing will be in 1 inch strips. So this is an 8.5 inch ruler. So I should be. Where's my 1/4 inch marking on this thing? I've got letters right over my 1/4 inch marking. Let's do this side. There. There. Is that right? No.
Wouldn't it be right in the middle of both of your
That should be.
squares?
Well, let's do it a different way. Let's do from center line, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Line. Nope, 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 nope.
Hmm.
4.25. I'm an idiot. 2, 3. 4.25. And that should have been 4.25, not 4.5. Center line. 4.25. There. There we go. That looks better. 2, 3, 4.25. There. Okay, so it should look like that.
Go spit on it and take your lines away.
Well, I don't know if it's that much.
That's a lot of spit. Couldn't you have just sprayed it with
I don't know.
Best Press?
I don't know if Best Press would make it stain or if it would take it out. So I'm not
Oh,
tried
you've not tried that? Oh, good thing, because that's what I was gonna try and do.
Go away. Go away.
Sally, your side is ringing, I think.
What's
It's Judy ringing. It was making little cartoon footsteps.
okay? I didn't get much water on this.
Yeah, my bad. I told you to get your lines out and now I feel like
Well, whatever. I got some of them out.
it looks cool.
Okay, I have to get more water. There.
Oh my gosh.
Gonna have- So
Well, you should have just ran it under the water.
put it in the sink. Okay. There's what it's gonna look like
When it's wet.
when it's wet.
Very wet.
It's very, very wet.
Gonna have to dry it. Gonna have to hang it.
They always look better once the lines are off.
Oh, it sounds like soggy socks.
Yeah, it does kind of sound.
Soggy socks. Somebody pitter pattering in the kitchen with soggy socks. Oof. She's holy hotness. Well, if we thought it was hot in here before, let's just add some humidity.
But there. That's what you should look like.
Cool.
Okay. What is that?
Don't pick.
Oh, no, I pulled the thread over and buried it over there's a whole bunch of thread there.
Oopsie.
Oh, well. Oh, I really got that wet.
Literally like wet socks slapping on the kitchen floor as you walk across it.
It's sizzling like bacon.
Mhm.
Oh, my gosh.
You're gonna have to put it on a rack to dry.
Yeah, whatever, it's fine.
Does anybody have any questions?
You know that
Ooh.
Kona doesn't bleed. How about them apples?
No bleeding.
Kona didn't bleed.
I didn't know that. Now I do.
Now you know.
I have a quick question. My sliding mat is starting to move around. What was the remedy to get that to stick? To wet it?
Just take it under the sink, run just cold, clean water over it, and then air dry it. That'll get all the fuzz off.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I had to do that to mine before we did last month because I had so much fuzz built up on it. Okay.
Was the question how to remove
The fuzz from the,
If your mat, if your glider gets slippery and won't stick, just run it under cold, clean water.
okay. So y'all, you got to do that 4 times, make 4 of those. So next month, we are going to do that one.
Oh, that's a big one.
It is a big one. Should we do that one instead?
Why wouldn't you?
Okay, we'll do that one instead. We'll do this one.
In order.
Yeah. So that one is going to be corner number 3. Corner number 3, you want 13 by 13 inch quilt sandwiches. And let me find it. Corner number 3 is right here. This is what we'll do. Page 24 and 25 and 26 and 27. And wait a minute. That's not, no.
No, just this, I think. Nope, that's not even the right.
Oh, here.
There you go.
Here it is. Page 22. 22 and 24. 22 through 24. That's what we're going to do. 22 through 24. And this one, I'm going to tell you up front, that one is hard to control. So before we do this one, everybody's going to drop their shoulders and relax because the harder you push on it, the harder it's going to be to control it.
And put grippy on the back.
Put grippy on the back and you're just going to relax before we do this. And just the harder you push, the harder it's going to be. So it's not difficult to use. It's difficult if you make it difficult. You have to relax. So
What day is that class? Do we know?
um,
Me neither.
it's in June.
Yep. Somewhere in the middle of June.
On the dates that I sent out in the email.
I have to ask the difficult questions.
Yes, I don't know the answers to that. Okay, I will get oh, this is very soggy. I will get the video posted as soon as it resolves and sends the recording to me. Then I'll upload it and I'll get your email out later. Later, Gators?
Bye.
No other questions?
trim to 8.5?
8.5. Yeah. Trim to 8.5. Because we're gonna use, our sashing is gonna be 1-inch sashing. And then it's a whole thing. 1/4 inch under, 1/4 inch under. You'll have 1/2 inch showing. Okay.
Bye.
Okay.